Good morning, bhai. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Once check audio video is here. Once check if audio and video are clear, bhai. Torga, torga. Audio video clear. Good morning, bhai. Good morning, good morning. How was the paper? How was the paper? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Paper? Forgot paper was there on Sunday. How was it? Good. Just good. Any doubt in the paper? Because no doubt came. Maybe you were busy checking your OMR sheet. Yes, key change for 144. I think that question is 10 power minus 21 minus 24. Zepto. So in that key change is there. 10 power minus 21 is there. Ramesh Suresh question was simple. But common sense is not so simple. Na? Whosoever will take more time. For example, Suresh delivers something in 1 minute. Ramesh is delivering in 5 minutes. So Ramesh is taking more time. He is slow. Who takes more time? Slow people will take more time or fast people will take more time? But sometimes common sense is very uncommon, bhai. There the blunder can happen. So that only one question was there, which is new model. As our planning, you might have understood also. We have taken one session to explain the planning also. Did you see that session? How are we going to upgrade the level slowly? So in the beginning, 1-2 new question will come. So let's say one in track 1, one in track 2, like total 2 questions in the beginning, which are new. Then slowly we are going to increase that number to 3, 4, 5, 6. Then after 2-3 months, you will get some paper where all the questions can be new, totally fresh. And there these fundamentals only are checked here. Such a simple fundamental that you every day you can order Blinkit and Swiggy Instamart nowadays. Wherever you might be, if not that, at least Amazon, Flipkart, and you see the delivery time. And you always order from the place where the delivery time is less. Whosoever deliver in, for example, Amazon Prime say, we will deliver in 1 day. So that is fast or slower than Flipkart, which is doing in 3 days. Common sense there. Even non-science people know it. Clear, bhai? Better that AKD sir you can ask. How can I know where AKD sir homework is posted? I think he would have sent in the app. Probably. That's why you might not have got it. So I'll ask him, he can post in the description box, then you can get. Done, bhai? So understand, like this, some more questions will be there. So not in the app, doesn't matter. I'm not AKD, sir. So let's talk about the point. Clear, bhai? So make sure that you make your brain open for new questions as well. Because if you are answering it wrong, then in the study hour or in the time after the exam, you have to make the error book. You have to write the explanation there. And then you have to write the real life example, because common sense you can get. Common means something around us only going on, that only we are asking in the exam in a scientific manner. And there your brain becomes suddenly zero. Your brain does not work. Brain fade situation comes. If that has to be addressed after the exam, that has to be addressed by you only, because if I tell you, then you will mug up. Now I mugged up, time is less. So speed will be more. And then some people will start writing formula speed equal to distance upon time. So speed and time are inversely proportional. You don't have to learn a new thing to answer a fundamental question. That's why we call it fundamental. You have to just understand why whatever you knew, you were still not able to deliver in the exam. And that can only be understood by writing the error book and understanding the pattern of which type of questions you are doing wrong. And then automatically, once you know the problem, you will be able to find the solution. The biggest problem is diagnosis. We are not able to diagnose our problem and we are taking the medication for random things. To diagnose the problem by seeing the pattern which you are doing wrong in track 1, track 2, physics, chemistry, bio. Got my point, bhai? So even though the paper was from the fundamental topic, which is generally not tough for you, outside the paper will be very tough. Because you will not know the meaning of zepto, etto, etta, exa, nothing. For you, it will not be that much tough. That means we teach good, we give good, and then the paper appears easy to you. But in that paper also, if you are not maintaining the error book, when you have hardly 5, 10, 15 errors, then when the paper will come from deeper science, where you will do more mistakes, where the subject will become tougher, then you will not have the habit of maintaining the error book, and from there your downfall will start. So don't start your downfall, bhai. The downfall will not come. You will start it if by not doing the things on a regular basis. Chaliye bhai, so ready? Shall we start? Not the downfall, but the flight. Some basic concepts of chemistry. Ready, bhai? Ready? Are ready, chacha? Some basic concepts of chemistry. Badhiya. So, Twarga, tell me. CO2. O2. My question is, out of these two, which one is a molecule and which one is a compound? Out of CO2 and O2, which one is a molecule and which one is a compound? First, which one is a molecule, which one is a compound? Basic concepts of chemistry onwards, from elementary things I will start. From class 6th onwards I will start. So don't be unnecessarily overconfident because you know a few things. Getting by? Badhiya. So CO2 compound, O2 molecule. O2 molecule, CO2 compound. Okay, more or less I think everyone in the beginning started answering. Answer is almost correct only. ठीक है. CO2 compound, CO2 compound. Now the interesting thing is, people are saying O2 is a molecule. Most of the people, except our last year student, except them, one girl is there last year, except her, remaining all are saying that CO2 is a compound and O2 is a molecule. And your answer is bilkul bakwas. So are we ready to understand 6th class science? Junior inter, so later on we will start. Shall we start this, bhai? Shall we understand the meaning of element, compound, atom, molecule? Atom to generally people know. And molecule properly with proper definitions and examples so that no one else can confuse us. With me, you have that rapport, okay, sir will ask something, I can answer wrong because he is our teacher. But outside, no one should be able to humiliate you. Because people will now make fun by asking this much also you don't know. This chance we should not give to anyone outside. Shall we start? Ready? Ready? Now understand, we have to classify on which basis the classification has to occur. Check properly, bhai. I am doing two classification. The opposite of atom is molecule. The counterpart of atom is molecule. The counterpart of element is compound. Understand, bhai? Molecule and compound are not opposite of each other. Molecule and compound are not opposite of each other. If you really want to call something as opposite, for your understanding, if not compound, then what? Then element will be better to say, not molecule. Now, atom, though I think everyone know, like hydrogen atom, helium atom, nitrogen atom, oxygen atom, fluorine atom, carbon atom. These atoms we know. Molecule definition is, understand the proper definition. The definition is combination of atoms To be precise, it is a combination of atom in a fixed ratio. But I'm not talking about fixed ratio right now because that is not your problem. Your problem was molecule compound stupidity. Combination of atom. Combination of same type of atom or different type of atom. Sir, you did not say same type, different type. You just said combination of atom. That means combination of every type of atom I will call as molecule. Whether you are combining O with O, O with O, or you are combining different types of atom, or you are combining different types of atom, or you are combining different types of atom, like rather than CaCO3, I will take the example of N2O. These are called CaCO3 also we can take in simpler manner. Getting by? CaCO3 also we can say in the simple manner. But I don't want to use that example. You will understand very soon why. Perfect knowledge should be there. Why? No one should be able to confuse us ever. That's why. Combination of same type of atom, combination of different types of atom, everything is a molecule. Twarga says the meaning of molecule clear. So by that definition, CO2, combination of atom, doesn't matter same type or different type, combination of atom will be a molecule. Combination of atom will be a molecule, bhai. That means CO2 and O2 both are molecules. Both are combination of atoms. Say bhai, clear or not clear? Very simple elementary thing. Combination of atoms are molecule, doesn't matter same type of atom or different type of atom. Then element. Element means same type of atom or atoms. So when you have one type of atom only, just one type of atom, it is called element. And when you have more than one type of atom, then I will call it compound. Now tell me, more than one type of atom means will O2 be a compound? I think this much everyone know, because in previous example also, you did not give the wrong answer in O2. You understand O2 is not a compound. Compound is different types of atom. So like CO2 will be called a compound. Like NO, N2O, these are called a compound. CO. Clear hai bhai? These kind of people are called as a compound. Twarga say hai. Different types of atom. More than one type of atom. Different types of atoms are there. We call it compound. Clear or not clear? So by that logic, you are correctly saying that CO2 is a compound, but O2 is not a compound. 100% correct. Your only fundamental which was wrong was you were thinking compound and molecule are opposite of each other. You are not understanding that molecule can be a compound. And compound is a molecule. I will talk about those statements later. But understood the meaning of compound? Element. Same type of atoms are element. So like O, N, O2, N2. Can I call all of them element or some problem is there? Twarga say. By this definition of element, if this definition of element is correct, same type of atom or atoms, then all four of them are element or not? Then all of them are element, or only O and N are element, or only O2 and N2 are element? According to you, what will be correct? According to this definition, what examples are correct? All four correct? Or only these two? Or only these two? Now, O and N. Correct, bhai? O and N. Why? Is because, see, why this doubt can come. If you think harder, if you even forget the definition, you will realize that, sir, periodicity of the elements we are reading. Periodic table means periodicity of elements. And there the element you are calling element are atoms. Say bhai. Once think about this, you will realize why people are giving O and N as the answer. Maybe they are correct. Don't assume that they are wrong. Don't be having one-sided knowledge. Think of all the possibilities and then figure out the correct answer. Are you realizing or not that periodicity in the property of elements, classification of elements, the element which we call as element are atoms there. We don't talk about the O2 radius. Correct, bhai? So that is one way in which we can think, but that is incomplete. Sir, how do you know it is incomplete, or how can we know it is incomplete? Because you have not read the definition of element. You assumed the definition of element. If you are thinking this, that means you are believing that element are atoms. You have not read it somewhere, the meaning of element. So shall we read the meaning of element? Shall we read the meaning of element? So that we don't have any confusion in future. Any kind of doubts which you can have should be rectified. Now let us see the definition of element as per NCERT, and you will realize that all four of them which I have written, they all were element according to the definition, and that is correct also. See. Now read this. Pure substances can be further classified into elements and compounds. Particles of an element consist of only one type of atoms. These particles may exist as atoms. They can exist as atom or molecule. So O2 and N2 are molecules, but they can also exist as atom. That means O and N is also element, which you are accepting anyway, because in periodic table you call those atoms only as element. I am saying molecule also correct as per the definition. So now tell me, in my definition you see, so that no confusion is there, I have written same type of atom or atoms, so that with atom also you should have no confusion, with atoms also. It's a very dumb way of writing. We should actually say same type of atoms grammatically. But grammar doesn't matter if you are not understanding. The language is to convey the meaning. If the meaning is conveyed by wrong grammar, I will use wrong grammar. So that's why I'm saying same type of atom or atoms. Twarga say, is the element, compound, molecule, atom, basic idea clear? Basic idea clear, bhai? So now tell me, O2 is, now O2 is atom? No sir, O2 is a molecule. O2 is element or compound? O2 is element or compound? Sir, compound means more than one type of atom. It has same type of atom O. So it is a molecule and a compound and an element. So can I call it O2 is elemental molecule? It is element and molecule. It's a molecule of an element. But CO2 is, it is also a molecule, combination of atom, same type, different type, doesn't matter. Combination of atom is molecule. So CO2 is compound molecule. Do you agree now? Are you clear with this? That O2 is element and molecule. CO2 is compound and molecule. So CO2 is a compound molecule. O2 is an elemental molecule. It is just like saying, ki, are you a boy or a future doctor? So sir, I can be boy also, doctor also, I can be girl also, doctor also, I can be boy also, engineer also, I can be doctor also, engineer also. These are two different classifications. Na? Doctor and engineer is a professional classification. Boy and girl are gender classification. You can be boy and doctor, boy and engineer, girl and doctor, girl and engineer. Combinations are possible. In the same way, you can be molecule as well as element, you can be molecule as well as compound. Making sense? Making sense? Twarga say, bhai, once it will start making sense, then my job is to confuse you. So that outside no one can confuse you. Ready? Fundamental clear? Fundamental clear? Now tell me, am I trying to say that this can be this also, this can be this also, this cannot be this cannot be this cannot be that? Are you getting? Atom, boy cannot be girl, girl cannot be boy, doctor is not an engineer, engineer is not a doctor. Clear hai bhai? Atom is not a molecule, molecule is not an atom, but molecule can be element, molecule can be compound, compound cannot be element, element cannot be compound. Are you getting the point? These are complementary of each other. They are against each other, we can say. But these and this combination, this and that combination is possible. So by that logic, give me true or false. State true or false. Compounds can be elements. Number 2, element can be atoms. Element can be molecule. Compound can be atom. Compound can be molecule. Say bhai, state true or false. Compound can be elements. Sir, element means same type of atom. Compound means more than one type of atom. Their definitions are opposite of each other. So the first one is 100% going to be false. Why? Compound and element are exactly opposite of each other. Same type of atom. Same type of atom. Getting by? Element, different type of atom, compounds. Twarga say, in the question number 1, anyone have any problem, bhai? Question number 1, if problem there, give a yes, problem not there, give a no, then only I will go ahead. No problem? Badhiya. Element can be atom. Yes, true. What we understand is that element can be atom also, and element can be molecule also. This we read in the NCERT also. We read exactly this line of NCERT, that element can be, element consists of only one type of atoms. These particles may exist as atom or molecules. So that means element can be atom also, element can be molecule also. So both statements are true. Element can be a molecule, element can be an atom. So element can be atom also, molecule also. Now, compound can be an atom. Compound can be an atom. Compound can be an atom. So sir, compound means different types of atom. Different types means minimum 2 atoms must be there. Different type. Same type of one atom possible. O is only one type of atom. O is only one type of atom, element. But different type of atom means at least 2 different atoms must be there. And when there are at least 2 different atoms, how can I call him atom? It becomes a molecule. So this will be false. In fourth one, anyone have any problem right now? Tell bhaiya, time is there. Compound is a combination of different types of atoms. So I can't call it atom. Compound will always be a molecule. Compound will always be a molecule. Done bhai? No problem? Great. Compound can be a molecule. I will change it slightly. Compound will be a molecule. And this statement also I can say true. I'm not just saying can be to obviously true. I'm saying it will be, 100% it will be a molecule, compound. Why? Because compound means more than one type of atom. So when more than one type of atom combine, it is combination of atom, it will always be a molecule. Clear hai bhai? That means if I write here compound, so compound can be a molecule, molecule can be a compound. Compound can be a molecule, molecule can be a compound. Hanji. But compound cannot be atom and atom cannot be compound. Are you getting? Atom can be element, atom cannot be compound. Molecule can be element also, compound also. So molecules are of two types. Molecules are of two types. Elemental molecule, compound molecule. Same type of atom combined, element. Different type of atom combined, compound. Element are also of two types. Element also are of two types, atomic element, molecular element. Example O, example O2. Molecule can also be of two type, element and compound. Element can be of two type, atom and molecule. Atom is not of two type. Atom is always element. There is no other option. Compound cannot be atom. Compound will always be molecule. So say bhai, the history, geography, civics and hence chemistry of this topic is clear to you or not? Everything, fundamental basics are crystal clear or not clear bhaiya? Anything they want to ask like this, always think and answer. The things you know 100% correct, make sure those things to extra think and answer. Because if you are believing your answer is 100% correct, that means 100% you are in denial. Immediately when you feel like your answer is correct, always remember my rule in life bhai. Anytime someone asks you a question, your answer will decide the kind of respect that person is going to have for you till the end of your life. You give 10 answers correct, one answer wrong, your respect level will go down. Every answer coming out of your mouth should be crystal clear correct. Otherwise, take some time and think. Answer next day, answer after 10 days, or simply say I don't know. But don't give the answer which is not properly thought of. Once you develop this habit in speaking, this habit will automatically develop for answering the questions in the exam, and a silly mistake will not happen. Clear bhai? Wise person, intelligent person are two different things. We have to become wise. Intelligence I can develop, but wiseness, when to answer, when not to answer, that you have to develop bhaiya. Clear hai bhai? But don't act wise in my class. In class, answer immediately because time constraint is there. Outside, I'm saying with the people of your caliber or the people below you. Getting? If you want to command the respect, every answer you say, every word you say should be foolproof. That means no one should be able to identify any error in what you are saying. And if they identify, you can accept it, you can move on. But our objective should be whatever we say is 100% correct to best of our knowledge and thinking. Knowledge is not enough, because knowledge means whatever came in your frontal cortex at that time. Whatever you have not read from the books is not your knowledge yet. But thinking, your own thinking, some time has to be given for it, then only answer it. Maybe 1-2 seconds also can be enough. So now we have understood the demarcation of atom, molecule properly. We understood the meaning of atoms and molecule properly. Can anyone tell me who was the scientist who first time defined the difference of atom and molecule? Anyone know? The scientist who differentiated between atom and molecule. Before that, everyone was thinking molecule does not even exist probably, or they were thinking atom and molecule are same. Who was the first time, the scientist who first time differentiated between atom and molecule, or gave the existence of molecule, or gave the existence of elemental molecule? First time explained the meaning of elemental molecule. First time explained that same type of atom can combine with each other. Exactly, Avogadro. Avogadro was the scientist. Avogadro was the scientist who for the first time defined the existence of a molecule. So the atom and molecule, whatever you have just now read, the credit goes to Avogadro. One interesting thing I will tell. Imagine you say something correct, but people don't realize it right now. Irritation will come when you know you are correct. You 100% know you are correct, but remaining people are not agreeing to that. Will you feel irritated or not? Will you feel like what kind of idiots they are? I'm saying correct only. Listen to me. I'm always correct. This feeling comes or not? Avogadro said correct. After 50 years, 15 kadu. After 50 years, people started accepting that whatever he was saying was actually correct. So today, whenever you use Avogadro number, Avogadro will teach us the power of patience. If you are doing good work, the world will recognize, but not when you want it to be recognized. The world will not recognize your work when you want it. Sir, I'm working right now, my parents are not understanding. By Avogadro, 50 years later, next generation accepted the work of Avogadro, and today we are learning it. Avogadro number, in the memory of Avogadro, reminds us that the world will give you your share. You don't even know the name of Joseph Proust properly. Joseph Proust name you might not have even heard. Very powerful person of that time. But Avogadro, every kid knows from class 9th onwards. The world recognized the effort, he got all the respect, but patience was required for it. So remember, in life, life is not going to be fair to you. You will get your share, but not when you want. You will get the share of your hard work, but not immediately when you want. You will get the reward also, but not when you want. Clear hai bhaiya? So coming to the history of chemistry, laws of chemical combination. By little bit, kuncham, try to remember the name of scientist also. Try to remember the chronology also. Because name of scientist and chronological questions are very common in biology. But there is no rule in chemistry and physics, they can't ask it. So when next year those questions will come, people will call those questions as highly irrelevant. And I will call those people as bullshit. In advance, I'm telling. Because everything is printed in the NCERT, we are getting the enough time to teach all these things in the class. But because of our insincerity, we don't remember, we don't tell. Clear hai bhai? So make sure you have to prepare for every type of paper, conceptually strong, fundamentally strong, or even rote mugging. Who discovered what? In class 9th, everyone has mugged up. J.J. Thomson electron, James Chadwick neutron, 1932. Clear hai bhai? Understood? 25 this question came. Abhay chacha. Not this question. Other question came. That also I will tell you. If the half knowledge is there, this much long keyboard they are typing. Clear hai bhaiya? So laws of chemical combination. Shall we start, bhai? So laws of chemical combination. The first law of chemical combination is law of conservation of mass. Now, if you can't remember the whole name of the scientist, remember some trick. The first law of chemical combination, which was the base of remaining all the law, was law of conservation of mass. So chronologically means what was first made. Law of conservation of mass was first made out of the laws. And this law was made by one insect lover. You don't have to remember the whole name. Getting bhaiya? Understood? But you have to remember at least bare minimum so that when options will come, you can at least remember ant liver. One insect lover, ant lover. So law of conservation of mass. Can you remember this much name? Exact name also you should remember, not obviously the photo. But I am saying कि if you remember this much also, if you remember ant lover also, you remember JP also, Joseph Frost, then also it will be more than enough for you to answer the question in the examination correctly, bhai. Because spelling, to they will not change of the name, na bhai. This much dumb question they will not ask, but conceptual question in that little bit of history they can mix up, assuming that yaar, this much to people would know. So you can check here. So if you remember, ANT ant, LAVO lavo or love, ant lover. Got the idea, bhai? Then law of conservation of mass was made by experimental study of dash reaction. They can ask you which reaction was studied for making the law of conservation of mass. Displacement reaction, disproportionation reaction, decomposition reaction, or combustion reaction. So the answer here will be combustion reaction. So this chacha, he worked upon the combustion reaction. Very carefully he measured the mass of reactant and product. And then he gave the theory that mass can neither be created nor destroyed in a chemical reaction. Chemical reaction is very important. Why? Don't put nuclear reaction in your head right now. In physics, it may come energy mass theorem. Energy and mass are conserved. But right now we are reading the fundamental law, bhai. I don't care it is correct or wrong, but this was the first law. Clear, bhai? By this time it was proven to be correct only. So mass can neither be created nor be destroyed in a chemical reaction. So for example, if you take CH2 double bond CH2, this is ethene, and you convert this into CH2 single bond CH2 whole N, polythene. And I'm saying this conversion was with 100% efficiency, that means no wastage. Mottam conversion happened. Then on converting 30 gram ethene, dash gram polythene is formed. Say bhai. So here we don't need stoichiometry and all. We know that only ethene is converted to polythene, no other reactant. So whatever is the total mass of the reactant should be the total mass of the product. If total mass of the reactant is 30 gram, then with 100% efficiency, the product must also come out to be 30 gram. There is no possibility of mass loss or mass gain. Say bhai, is the law of conservation of mass clear or not clear, bhai? Done? Done? Targa note down, then I will go to the next page. Because sometimes dumb question will come and dumb answer we have to give. So that dumb question and dumb answer we will see in the next page. Done? Badhiya. Now, next is DQDA. Dumb question and dumb answer. See bhai, we are writing the examination made by some other person and we can't assume that the person is always going to give the correct question and correct answer. Historically, NEET has proven several times that they give several times absurd answers of the question and then they don't accept their mistake. We are supposed to answer the wrong question wrong. Like this year in geology, one question I am coming to know about the Henley's loop, which is not a perfectly correct answer as what the subject experts are telling. Clear hai bhai? So I'm realizing that they are the most probable answer, only they are ticking and moving on. So such kind of questions I will call as DQDA. Dagda. One such Dagda question is, which case violates law of conservation of mass? Options are C plus O2 give you CO2, C plus O2 give you CO, N2 plus 3H2 give you 2 ammonia. Number 4, none of these, or better to say all of these. So where the violation of the conservation of mass is going on. Now what is the dumb question and dumb answer? By the way, law of conservation of mass is a fundamental law. There is no violation. But because dumb question, dumb answer zone is going on, so in this case, people in the NEET division especially, they teach that in JEE also theoretical topics, everyone is like almost same throughout the country. They teach that unbalanced reaction, and this is complete garbage. It's a very dumb question. I will tell you also why dumb. You should understand as well. What if a good paper setter comes like the re-NEET 26 paper setter? He will completely destroy the mugging of the idiots. So we should understand the wrong also in case it comes, but we should also understand why it is wrong also. See, unbalanced reaction, people teach this thing, ki unbalanced reaction, law of conservation of mass is not followed. It is only followed for a balanced chemical reaction. So it is balanced 12, 16 into 2, 32, total 44, here also 44. This is 12 plus 32, 12 plus 32, 44. 12 plus 16, 28. So bhai, this bhai sahab is unbalanced chemical reaction. And in such question where they are asking where the law of conservation of mass is not followed, they are trying to ask you which is the unbalanced reaction. Understood when dumb question will come. When they are giving you 3-4 reactions, they are asking you where the law of conservation of mass is followed or not followed. So for balanced reaction, you will say followed. For unbalanced reaction, you will say not followed. And that is how DQDA. Why more dangerous for the country is not Al-Qaeda. It is Dagda. Why? When dumb questions like this will come, and majority of the public start teaching those dumb questions can come in the exams also, and then the whole country will produce the doctors and engineers whose brain is so rotten that they don't have a thinking of their own. Now I will tell you why it is a pathetic question, but before that tell me, if this question will come, will you be able to answer it or not? I don't want you to become a hero in the exam, bhai. The question is wrong, I will not answer. Their answer, come out, get the marks. Then reach in the system, reach and promote in the system, and then make sure this dumb question stop coming in future. It will take 10-15 years. Now, why is it dumb? I want you to conceptually, please forget everything, leave the pen and paper and think with me, imagine with me. Nature is having some rules which we don't understand how it follows. One of that rule of the nature is that whenever two reactant will react, product will form. In that container, real life, real practical container, understand. In this container, carbon taken, O2 taken, and let us say it is becoming CO. Closed container, airtight jar. Will the mass of this container change on this combustion reaction, partial combustion reaction? Will the mass of the container change? Are you getting? I have taken some carbon, I have taken some oxygen, nothing else. I close the container airtight. Nothing is going inside, nothing is coming outside. Tell me, will the mass change or not change? This container's mass will change kya? Let us say 12 gram of carbon I have taken, 32 gram of oxygen taken, and somehow I made sure that it only became CO. In an imaginary situation, it only became CO, let us say. So will I get 28 gram of CO? Kya? Ki 44 gram will become 28 gram. Dieting he will do. Now, if some idiot have written equation wrong, if some idiot have written the equation wrong, does it mean the law of conservation of mass got violated, or this person have written the equation? Equation is a representation of the reaction. Bhai, your representation is wrong. Reaction is following conservation of mass. Bhai, mass is conserved. You are writing wrong. It's not like, now for example, Suresh, one person is there, let us say. Suresh forgot to write half. So you think in heaven, God will have a round table meeting. Ki arey, a big problem came. Pidda problem vastundi. What problem came, bro? Arey yaar, we made na, remember? Ant lover. He was making one law of conservation of mass. Ki mass is neither created nor destroyed. Ki, we remember. Yes. We all decided ki the nature will follow the conservation of mass for chemical reaction. Yes, we decided. I remember. How what happened? That was hundreds of years back, na? Ki but in 2026, na, Suresh forgot to write in his notebook half O2. In place of half O2, he has written O2. Shit, yaar. All the God are holding the head. Ki shit, now we have to change the law. Now to bhaiya, our law got violated because Suresh forgot to write half. It is like saying, if I am applying 10 Newton action, I will get 8 Newton reaction. Is it a violation of action reaction law, or is it the stupidity of a person who has done a calculation mistake? Let us say you found 10 Newton force and the reaction came 8 Newton or something like this. I don't know that much of physics, but I'm just saying, I'm explaining you with the example of a law that we all know. So that's say 8 Newton came because of calculation error. You forgot to multiply something, divide something. Will you call that numerical as a violation of action reaction law, or will you say ki, hey, uncle, correct your calculation, bhai? Balance it. Reaction is still following the law of conservation of mass. Your equation is wrong. Are you getting the difference? Why this question? Some of you understood. I am calling it dumb. I can't expect everyone to understand it. But even if my one student understood, that means that one student has got better knowledge and IQ than so many educators throughout the country, and maybe paper setter also. I've seen this in some papers as well. Did you understand how dumb is that? That means today, Suresh will do this. Tomorrow, Suresh will do this double. One more law will come, kya? Exceptions of the laws will come, kya? Or the reaction will behave in the same manner, whether Suresh will write this or not on the paper. The reaction will happen in the same manner. It will follow the laws of chemical combination, whatever are applicable right now. Like conservation of mass is still applicable. Some laws are proven wrong also. Dalton Chacha was proven wrong. But this was not proven wrong, and at least by this equation, though not proven wrong. By this equation, though not proven wrong, bhai. Understood, bhai? Is the meaning of violation clear? Violation means a natural phenomena not following our law. Because nature is under no obligation to follow the laws made by human. Again, nature is under no obligation to follow our made law. So when we say Aufbau principle violations, that means some real configurations we have seen in chromium, copper or somewhere which are not following what we thought as the law. Those are called violation, the real life scenarios which don't follow the trend. Those are called violation. Not a piece of paper silly mistake. It's a silly mistake. It's a dumb silly mistake in class 6th. I will deduct marks in class 6th for balancing this reaction. I will not call it a violation. Shall we carry on bhai? But again dagda. Clear hai bhai? So dumb question, dumb answer is very important to clear the examinations. Not only in India, throughout the country these kind of things can happen. Throughout the world, different papers you will see, na, it's not like ki SATs and all those things are very good. Every single paper throughout the world you will check, they all have some blunders. They all are made by humans and humans are going to do blunders bhai. Done bhaiya. Our job is to make sure if one blunder has happened and we have realized that blunder, we should voice our concern so that somehow it reaches to the right people, and these kind of stupidity cannot be repeated in future exams, so that at least in our country our student learn correct conceptual things. This is conceptual thing. This was a conceptual fault in the terms of faculties and the paper setters who have given. That's why this kind of question got generated. Clear hai bhai? Shall we continue to the next example? Number 2, law of definite proportion or composition. Acha, before going ahead, I have to show you that paragraph from where some informations we have written in short in our notebook, but make sure that you read this also. So this bhai sahab, this law was put forth by this bhai sahab in 1789, performed careful experimental studies for combustion reaction. That's why I said combustion reaction. Reached to the conclusion that in all physical and chemical changes, there is no net change in the mass during the process. अब देखो NCERT can also do some typing errors like during, duting. So it's okay. Hence, he reached to the conclusion that matter can neither be created nor be destroyed. This is called law of conservation of mass. This law formed the basis of several later developments in chemistry. In fact, this was the result of exact measurement of masses of reactant and product and carefully planned experiment performed by Lavoisier. Understood the idea, bhai? Then our JP bhai came. JP bhai had a very beautiful left profile. The most colorful person, I would say, was Dalton. You will see the photograph of Dalton, you will realize. So he was just like me. Whenever his photo was supposed to be clicked, he always clicked the photo like this. That's why he always gave half the law. He was supposed to give full law, but he gave half law. Which half he gave? Why are we calling it half? That we are going to see now. Ready? Understood भैया? तो JP Chacha, this law came after that law. JP Chacha was around 10-15 years younger than the ant lover. Getting by? So now, what the law of definite proportion is? Now see the law in the words of JP Chacha only. I will not change the word at all. So now, a given compound always contain exactly the same proportion of element by weight. Is it visible? I will write here only. J I will write here. So space will be also saved. Joseph, JP. JP stated that a given compound always contains exactly the same proportion of element by weight. Second thing what they can ask you, firstly I will explain this later, but second thing what they can ask you, just like our ant lover has worked upon combustion reaction, which compound JP Chacha was working? So JP Chacha was working on copper carbonate, cupric carbonate to be precise. Cupric carbonate, CuCO3. This is what he worked upon. So he did some calculation. He took 2 samples of cupric carbonate. One was naturally found in the form of ore. He extracted that. Second, he synthesized in the lab. And in both of the cupric carbonate, he found the copper percentage. So the percentage of copper will be, because this whole definition is by weight. Law of definite proportion is by weight. So percentage of copper by weight will be weight of copper by total weight into 100. That's how you find any percentage also, bhai. Percentage will be like percentage error is the error upon true value into 100. Similarly, any percentage will be that substance, that thing upon total into 100. So weight of copper upon weight of copper carbonate into 100 he did. He found that the percentage copper came same in natural CuCO3 and synthetic CuCO3. That means what he's saying, doesn't matter what the source of the substance is. Any compound, whether naturally made, taken from Himalayas, think like water. Water in Antarctica, water in Vijayawada, water in Japan, or if ever water is found on Moon or Mars or even Sun, anywhere, the water will always contain 2 hydrogen atom and 1 oxygen atom. This proportion will always be same, irrespective of how you got the water or from where you got the water. The percentage of each element by mass will be fixed. They have a fixed formula. This was said by Joseph Frost. Clear, bhai? Now, several times you will see that, you will hear that I am saying PF mix. So don't think I am not saying Prost properly. He was not Indian, he was French. In French, their pronunciation is slightly different. Madame. They will not say madam, they will say madame. Prost. Anyway, that pronunciation they will not ask. But do you realize by this I made you remember that he was from France? French croissant. Croissant. Have you seen that croissant? Croissant. You may call it croissant. French. Given in the NCERT. Obviously given, otherwise why will I talk about? It's not like he was my friend. French chemist. Clear, bhai? But what about CO3? Chacha, he found for copper also, carbon also, oxygen also. I'm just writing here copper, assuming that this much to brain you might be having if copper percentage is same, then carbon and oxygen percentage is also same. NCERT not bought. Send your Google Pay number, I will send 150 rupees, buy one NCERT. Next time, stupidity will not be coming. Obviously, he calculated every element. One example I am giving you of copper. Clear, bhai? Understood? So one question we can do. One numerical we can do to understand the importance of this law. Ready? So write down. Find percent by mass of H of hydrogen in water. Let us say the water is tap water or Antarctica glacier water or the ground water or just the tears coming out of your eyes from there if I distill the water. That any water you take, the percentage of hydrogen will be same. And that percentage of hydrogen will be weight of hydrogen by weight of water into 100. Now tell me, in H2O, there are 1 into 2. The mass of H will be 2. Unit I will say in the next class. AMU or gram I will tell in the next class, depending upon how much quantity I am talking about. But 1 into 2 plus 16, I think everyone know 18 will be the mass. Unit again I am saying, I am not talking about the unit right now. So weight of H will be 2 total. The weight of total water will be 18. into 100, so roughly 11.1% is the percentage of H in any water found in anywhere in the world, irrespective of the source. So percentage of an element in a compound is independent of its source and amount. Amount also doesn't matter, whether I take 10 gram of water or 100 gram of water or 50 gram of water, the percentage of H in any amount of water will be same. Say bhai, anyone have doubt in this question? Say bhai. So find percentage of O in a sample of H2O2, or better to write here to confuse you, in 18 gram sample of H2O2. And before you start solving the question and waste your time, let me tell you, this 18 gram is a useless data. Sir, why useless? Because the percentage of O you can find directly by their molar masses, just like we have found here. And that percentage of the element is independent of source and amount. So whether I give you 18 gram or 180 gram or 20 gram, it doesn't matter. Or 34 gram, it doesn't matter. Percentage of O will remain the same. So my advice will be, for such kind of question, find the answer by using the molar masses or molecular masses. Twarga try and let me know what the answer is coming by. I'm waiting for the answer. And don't cheat. Don't use calculator. Do the question by yourself, bhai. Crack the exam, not the dreams. .11 someone said. Did you divide yourself, bhai? Honestly batana. Meghna, did you divide it yourself or without the help of calculator, like proper division which we have taught in the previous classes? ठीक है. Yashu Yashashwini, divide bhai. Divide. So percentage O will be weight of O by weight of H2O2 into 100. So I can take, firstly I'm talking about the molecular mass here. So I will get the molecular mass of hydrogen, I will take 1 into 2 plus oxygen 16 into 2. 16 is the atomic mass of O into 2. So 32 plus 2, 34. So 34 is the mass, 34 AMU or 34 gram per mole is the mass of H2O2. So H2O2, if I take 34, if 34 is the mass of H2O2 taken, 34 not taken, but I don't care. Percentage is independent of the amount or source. So I am taking 34 because my mathematics will be easier with it. So if I take 34 gram of H2O2, in that oxygen will be 32 grams. Got the point? If I am taking 34 gram of H2O2, in that oxygen will be how much? 32. If I take this, then this much is the O. So then why you are not using this data? Because in 18 gram H2O2, how much O there I don't know. I will have to find it. Calculations become lengthier. So this will come out to be as someone rightly pointed 1600 by 17, and when you divide it, so roughly 94% will come. Check bhai, bilkul 94.117. But I'm rounding off to 94. Say bhai, are you understanding that this data should not confuse you? By this data also same answer has to come, but the method will become lengthy, because if you take 18 gram H2O2 in the denominator, then in 18 gram H2O2 how much O is there? When I will teach you in the next class, I will teach this also, unitary method, when the mole concept will start. But then the question becomes lengthy. We can solve the same question without using much of a mole concept, just by understanding the fundamental ki bhai, whether I take 18 gram or 34 gram, the percentage of O will remain the same. Only thing you have to be careful with is that if you are taking 34 gram H2O2, then you should know the weight of O in 34 gram, how much is there. So in 34, out of 34, 32 is the weight of O and 2 is the weight of H. Say bhai, clear? Can I move on further ahead? Is this clear or not bhai? Is this clear or not clear? Now to make the topic interesting, I will change the sequence of NCERT slightly. Okay? Sir, what interesting? Remember, all this drama, chalo, forget this drama, all this was given by whom? J. Prost. Why I am saying J. Prost like this? Twarga say bhai. Why I am calling JP like this? Why am I not talking to you like this anymore? Why I said JP like this? Why? Because my side profile is better. Image in the book. From that image in the book, what I made you remember is that bhai, because this bhai sahab is having side profile better, he gave only half the law of definite proportion. Sir, which half? Dekho. Now the NCERT states, after the law of definite proportion, NCERT states law of multiple proportion, which was very interesting thing you see now. Very interesting thing. Law of conservation of mass 1789. Then this bhai sahab gave his work. Year not mentioned, but he gave his work. Then multiple proportion came by Dalton in 1803. Sir, what is interesting here? See now. Dalton Chacha is a very old Chacha. Getting bhai? He gave his theory in 1808. Whole Dalton atomic theory came in 1808. Hello. So before giving his theory, the same person has given law of multiple proportion. But we'll talk about that in the next class. Our right now concern is why I'm changing the sequence. You will understand. Now I'm going to tell you Gillus's law of combining gaseous volume, which came in the same year when Dalton Chacha gave his theory, Dalton's atomic theory. Clear hai bhai? So Gillus's law of combining gaseous volume. This is the Gillus's law of combining gaseous volume. Then bhai, because it is half bottom, half top, I will have to write the whole law myself. So I'm writing the law. Number 3, Gillus's law of combining gaseous volume. In that combining, I will put in the bracket because NCERT does not use the word combining here. It just uses the gaseous law of Gillus's law of gaseous volume. Now, after understanding this, by the end of the lecture, you will understand why JP Chacha have clicked the photograph like this. Then by, so what is Gillus's law of combining gaseous volume? When gases react or get produced in a chemical reaction, they do so in simple whole number ratio, but I'm writing integral ratio. Integral also you will understand why I'm writing integral. It's a positive integer. I could have said whole number positive, whole number except 0, but I'm writing integral. They do so in simple integral ratio of their volumes. under same condition. Condition means pressure and temperature. So whenever the gases are combining, they combine in the simple whole number ratio of their volume. Understand now. So when N2 react with 3H2 to form 2NH3, what Gillius is saying? Firstly, what is the stoichiometry concept? I will tell here only, why to waste our time. Stoichiometry concept is wherever this kind of a balanced chemical reaction is there. If balanced reaction not there, I will not even apply stoichiometry because the reaction is not balanced. But if the reaction get balanced, you balance it, then you will get 1 N2. That means 1 mole N2. 1 N2 here means 1 mole N2. Plus means reacts with. What is the meaning of plus? Reacts with. How many H2? 3 mole H2. So 1 N2 plus 3 H2 means 1 mole N2 reacts with 3 mole H2. Arrow means to form or to produce 2NH3. That means 2 mole ammonia. This is what we are going to learn in the stoichiometry in future. What our Gillius Chacha is saying, he is saying, let us say 132. So 1 liter N2 reacts with 3 liter H2 to form 2 liter ammonia. This is what our Gillius law of gaseous volume is there. GL means Gillius law. Getting by? This is our Gillius law of combining gaseous volume. He's saying that whenever the gases are reacting, this is also gas, this is also gas, this is also gas. Whenever gases are reacting or produced, they always react and produce in a simple whole number ratio. That means the ratio of nitrogen is to hydrogen is to ammonia. Reacted and produced is 1:3:2. Did you understand the law? He is simply saying whenever the gases are reacting, they react in a simple whole number ratio. Say bhai, clear or not clear? This is the next week's syllabus. But because if you will be comfortable from today onwards in this stoichiometry part, my life will become very easier. So that's why I thought, why not tell here only? You will be busy in the Gillius law. I will silently teach stoichiometry and move on. So understood, bhaiya? Shall we carry on? N2H2 ammonia 1:3:2 volume ratio. Hello? Done? Done? This is the Gillius law of combining gaseous volume. Very simple law is there. I will just show you what is written in the NCERT and the example of NCERT. The reason I have not given that example of H2O2, H2 is because they are considering water vapor, which can be confusing at times. So I will teach that here only. He said, when gases combine or produce in a chemical reaction, they do so in a simple ratio by volume, provided all the gases are at the same temperature and pressure. For example, when hydrogen and oxygen react to form water, so 100 ml hydrogen was reacting with 50 ml oxygen to form 100 ml water. How can you explain it? We all know how to explain, because we know how the reactions are written. So H2O2 water. How many O2? 1 H2, half O2 gives you H2O. So 100 ml H2, 50 ml O2, half, 50 ml O2. 1 H2O, so 100 H2, so 100 H2O. So 100 ml hydrogen giving 100 ml water, vapor. This is water, vapor. That's why I don't want to use this example, because they mentioned water, vapor, but here they are writing water, and water is a liquid. For liquid, we don't apply this. So vapor, you should write it, because they mean vapor. but then you will misunderstand it unnecessarily. So I'm taking that example, N2H2 ammonia, which we know are gases under normal pressure and temperature. So what he found, that the ratio of hydrogen and oxygen combining to form water is 100/50, that is 2:1. Over. This is the end of Gay-Lussac's law. Understand, beyond that, whatever the paragraph there, Gay-Lussac's is not contributing to it. Gay-Lussac's law is this much only, कि whatever you are doing with the moles in future, you can do the same thing with volume for gases. You can say 1 liter of A react with 1 liter of B to form 2 liter of C, for example. Let's say A plus B gives you 2C. So 1 liter A plus 1 liter B gives you 2 liter C. So in the place of that 1:1:2 stoichiometry, you can use the volume. This is what Gay-Lussac have said. Means this is what he meant now. What he said was very simple thing. Ki whenever the gases react, they react in simple ratio. Whenever the gases produce, they produce in simple ratio. That means 1.1158 liter react with 3.7982 liter. Simple ratio will come. 1:2, 2:1, 3:2, 1:3. These kind of ratios the gases will react, and this ratio in the terms of volume he has defined. Are you understanding what I am saying, bhai? Is the idea clear what he is saying? He is saying whenever gases are reacting, they react in the simple ratio of volume. Hello? Say, bhai. CO2 become CO, carbon solid, plus CO2 gas become 2CO gas. So when 100 ml CO2 reacts, और चलो 1 ml कर लेते हैं, when 1 ml CO2 reacts, dash ml CO is produced, assuming 100% efficiency. Say, bhai, carbon is solid, I can't apply the Gay-Lussac's law on this. I am saying when 1 ml CO2 gas react, 2 ml will be produced. Twarga say yaar. Correct or not correct, bhaiya? So in place of 1 mole, I can use 1 ml directly for gases. Say, bhai, is the Gay-Lussac's law of combining gaseous volume on the practical sense clear or not clear? Done? Now listen carefully. I'm winding up the lecture, bhai. Are chacha, focus. Now understand. When N2 react with H2 to form ammonia, twarga se. Case number 1, case number 2, case number 3. I'm taking 3 cases. When 1 liter nitrogen taken, how much nitrogen taken? 1 liter. These are the volume consumed. I am writing here the volume consumed in 3 different cases. When 1 liter nitrogen taken, how much liter of hydrogen will be consumed? 3. So twarga say, when 100 ml was taken, how much ml H2 will be consumed? When nitrogen taken 100 ml, so hydrogen, nitrogen 1 to hydrogen 3. So when nitrogen 100 ml taken, so how much ml hydrogen will be consumed? 300 ml. Achha, this we know, huh? We know this. Now we know, because we know the balanced chemical reaction. Then he did, so what he did was, he did the first experiment. When 1 liter nitrogen consumed, he realized in the experiment that after the 1 liter nitrogen got over, 3 liter hydrogen also got over. When 100 ml nitrogen got over, 300 ml hydrogen got over. And when, let us say, 10 ml nitrogen got over, 10 ml, he found that 30 ml of hydrogen was getting over. So he did 3 experiments, let us say. He did many experiments actually. Gay-Lussac did many experiments, but let us say 3 experiment he has done. तो what the ratio of nitrogen is to hydrogen came in case number 1? 1:3. How much nitrogen is to hydrogen came in the case number 2? 1:3. How much nitrogen is to hydrogen came in the case number 3? 1:3. Bhai, this he has experimentally found. देखो, we have written this thing by stoichiometry, but this bhai sahab have experimentally found that the ratio of nitrogen and hydrogen reacting to form ammonia is a fixed integral ratio of volume. Say bhai, are you getting what he found experimentally? He's not able to understand that when I'm taking 1 liter, then hydrogen 3 liter consumed. When 100 ml taken, then 300 consumed. When 10 ml taken, then 30 ml consumed. He understood after that, after 2-3 experiments, ki acha, the ratio of nitrogen and hydrogen reacting to form ammonia is same in all cases. And this is called definite proportion by volume. This is also definite proportion, fixed proportion. Are you fixed proportion coming, not coming? Every time 1:3 reacting. Every time, just like in water, what I said. In water, I said there are 2H1O everywhere in the world. In the same way, throughout the world, anywhere N2H2 react to form ammonia, Gallus has found that the ratio of N2 and H2 reacting is a fixed whole number ratio, and he did not say this thing, but other people realized that Gallus have just now discovered again the law of definite proportion by volume. Are you getting, bhai, what he discovered again? Law of definite proportion, but this time he has discovered in the form of volume. Say bhai, clear or not clear? So actually, Gillus's law is base of what? Law of definite proportion by volume. Are you understanding the point I'm saying? Joseph Frost have done wonderful job, but he restricted himself. See, he restricted himself. I'm taking the NCERT extract only. He restricted himself to only the law of definite proportion by weight. Half story told. Remaining half was told by Gillus's. And interesting thing, when Gillus's discovered this, he also did not realize he discovered. See, I said Gillus's law is over here. After that, what happened? Gillus's discovery, his discovery of integer ratio 1:3, 1:3, 1:3, or 2:1, 2:1, 2:1 every time coming. Actually, the Gillus's discovery of integer ratio in volume relationship is actually, he also did not realize. Other people understood that actually it is the law of definite proportion by volume. The law of definite proportion stated earlier was with respect to mass. And this explanation was given by my favorite, the epitome of patience, Avogadro, in 1811. Getting bhai? But that we will learn in the next class, how Avogadro explained it, why the Avogadro law is important. We will also learn that Avogadro have received his credit of the hard work, of the extreme intelligence, of understanding something that no one understood at that time after 50 years. Clear, bhai? So if our marks start coming very good after 5 months, that much patience we can have, yaar. When Avogadro waited for 50 years to get the recognition that he always deserved. And now we know Avogadro number, Avogadro number, Avogadro number. We don't know JP number. We don't know AL number. Getting bhai? Understood the idea. But Before going ahead, did you understand that we have law of definite proportion? This is by mass. And law, someone asked you, who gave the basis of law of definite proportion by volume? Who gave the basis of law of definite proportion by volume? And if your answer is JP, wrong. Answer will be bakwas. Answer will be Gay-Lussac's. Why? Again read. Gay-Lussac's discovery of integer ratio in volume relationship is actually the law of definite proportion by volume. So who gave actually the law of definite proportion by volume by mistake? Because in his definition you will see he never talked about definite proportion. He said simple ratio. He never said simple fixed ratio. That later on we realized after his experiments कि Gay-Lussac's whatever he is saying that can be written as N2 and H2 will always, now to, acha, you tell me, now you know na ki 1 N2 react with 3 H2, always the ratio will be 1:3, and now you call this ratio as the stoichiometric ratio. But when stoichiometry was not defined, these scientists have done the work and figured out the science for us. That's how the stoichiometry, what we are going to read now, came into being. Say bhai, is the fundamental clear? Is the fundamental clear? You can scan this QR. Clear? Next class we are going to wind up the laws of chemical combination and enter into atomic and molecular masses bhai. Done bhai. Revise the notes again bhaiya. I can complete this topic within 1 hour also. You also know that laws of chemical combination is not that much big. But if we have to learn conceptually NCERT, we need time and energy both. So I need your support today. Revise properly bhai. Whatever I have taught you today, properly revise. Again and again revise. Clarify the doubts if they are there. But then only move on to the next topic. Chaliye bhaiya. Chaliye then. Understood bhai. Understood. I saw in the app. Right now in the app only one exam has happened. Clear hai bhai? So right now they are sharing on the status and all of the people, administrators who have given the admissions to you. But this will be as soon as online class will stop on YouTube and it comes in the app. All the information starts coming in the app only. So don't worry about it. Right now on YouTube community, those get posted. What problem comes, I will tell you. People are just viewing. So it's like a channel. If you're not subscribing it, problem that will come is that you will not get the notification of community. So you have to go and check in the community of YouTube again and again, whatever the status has been uploaded. Because there all the things are mentioned. Assignment obviously will have to be given by the faculty separately, that I will ask Ekidi sir how he has said. But timetable, syllabus, all those things I have also checked, they are mentioned over there. Getting by? Just that you are not seeing it because you are just viewing this channel and leaving. So that is not administrator's mistake, na? Getting bhaiya? But anyway, I will try to ask them to streamline this a little more so that your channel of communication becomes established. If any principal or vice principal is in your contact, check their status, you will get regular update also. Done bhai? Are you in contact with any administrator or someone who has given you the... I'll ask them to upload the timetable in this. Clear hai bhai? In the YouTube also I will check one more time if they have uploaded or not. But in case by the evening it is not streamlined, my number is there with you. You can message me. Then I will again ask them to get the things done. Okay bhaiya? Generally by the evening they will wind up the things once I will ask them after the class. Okay bhaiya? Chaliye then, tata bye bye. Revise the notes properly, revise the NCERT properly. Keep learning boring things also in the interesting manner and the selection will automatically come.